Let's look at something called method overloading. And what this entails is so far we've created methods that all have unique names. Well, now we're going to start creating methods that have the same name. And the only thing that's going to differentiate them is their parameter list. The compiler will know which method to run based on the arguments that are sent to match the methods and the parameters that they're receiving. And let me give you an example of that. All right, so here are two methods that have the same method name. These are both called max. This one's max and it has doubles, and this max is receiving ints. So this is called our method signature. And our method signature is our name and our parameter list. So this particular method is named max, and it's receiving it has two parameters, both which should be doubles. So it's expecting to receive two pieces of data, both of which are doubles. The method signature for this max method is also the same name max, but the parameter list it has is two ints. Now you can make as many methods as you want as long as the parameter lists are unique. In other words, I could make another max that has no parameters. I could make another max that has an int and a double. As many max methods as I want as long as the parameter lists are unique. So let's see how this works. So here's a call, maybe from the main method. It's a call to max. And you can see that the arguments being passed are two ints. And so the compiler will look at the arguments being sent, in this case two ints, and match it to the parameter lists. This parameter list is expecting to receive two doubles, so this method will be ignored. The next method is expecting to receive two ints, and so the arguments that are being passed match the parameters that are being expected, and so this method will then run. Just a side note, I used a shortcut here. It's called a ternary operator, and this is an if statement. And so instead of writing out if num1 is greater than num2, then do this, otherwise do this. This is a shortcut. It's very easy to type, and it's very simple. So in other words, if num1 is greater than num2, question mark means then do this, colons means else do this. So if num1 is greater than num2, return then, not return, then put num1 into return number. Else put num2 into return number, and now I'm returning an int. Just a little side note there. Okay, so back to our original idea here. So now I'm going to look at another example. This time, my arguments are both, oops, didn't mean to do that. This time our arguments are both floating points. So we're going to try and match, the compiler is going to match the arguments to the parameter list. So here, max is expecting to receive two doubles. The parameter list masks these are the arguments. The arguments match the parameter list, and therefore this sequence is going to run. So method overloading is scary sounding at first, but all it means is that I'm having the methods that are the same, but based on the parameter list, different versions of the method will be run.